What it do? Back again. Week's been really weird. It is now my 4th day in a row, and I have 2 days left. Right? I don't know how many days I have left actually. What's today? Sunday, Monday. Oh man, never mind. I have 3 days left. So started Thursday night. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Oh my gosh. That is a lot. Anyways, I didn't have this update when I posted the video last week, but my son went and got his blood drawn and fainted and kind of lost feeling, but not really. That it just felt like pins and needles and whatever in his hand. So it kind of really sucked. Threw a wrench in his plans for the beginning of basketball practice, which is going to hold on. I was just talking to my son. He was in the vehicle just bringing someone to their house. So, anyways, yeah. So I don't know when he was able to do everything without so much discomfort, but for this week, it's not been very good for him. But after it happened the first day, they said they would have to wait, up to 48 hours, sometimes a little bit longer, because that's kind of normal for that to happen, if that happens to you. So I think he's fine now. I've been asking him, and I don't know if you know about kids, if you have them, they don't always tell you the truth. They don't always tell you everything, the things that they're going through. And heck, sometimes for me, they just give me, general statements. And, I gotta try to pry for that answer, because I want to make sure that they're, approaching life in a better, healthy sense. Because if they keep looking and seeing at things that, are hurting them all the time as they're getting older, and they're not taking care of it, it will develop into something worse. And I mean, I didn't have that issue, but until, I hurt my back. But now I see how everything kind of revolves around that. Like yesterday, I tried to play basketball. My feet, not both my feet, my foot is hurting. And it's been hurting since I bought these shoes. I've tried, this is my 3rd set of insoles, different kinds. So the first ones I had that I've been using with all my shoes were made for walking on concrete, all day long, which amazingly worked. But, with these shoes, they didn't work. And I didn't figure that out until was it 2 weeks after I was wearing them with those insoles. Then my right foot just started swelling, and it's just on the heel. It feels like there's a bruise underneath, but there's nothing on the outside, and I can touch it, but it's just when I start stepping. That's really the only time I have issues. But yesterday I tried to play. I couldn't really run. Turned the ball over a lot, but my first time doing anything remotely close to it in a very, 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 very long time, maybe a couple decades. But I I can see though that even right now, even though I'm sore and not feeling well because of all that, I can see where the goal I have is pretty obtainable as long as I just stick on this path. And even though I know I'm 40 years old and not getting any younger, that doesn't mean I have to stop doing the things that I love. And that thing that I love is basketball. Always loved basketball. I always wanted to get my kids to love it, but I didn't want to, force them into making a life decision that they might, maybe not regret, but have second thoughts about it, because there's a lot of things in life that might interest you, and everyone's different. Like, I know my youngest kid likes football more than basketball, and I'm not saying he has a lack of effort, because it's mostly just the athleticism. His brain is there, the IQ is there, like everything is there. Just the athleticism is the only thing that needs to catch up, and I know he knows that, but he still goes after that goal, even though it's not the thing that he likes the most. But you could tell. You can tell when your kid likes something. My middle child loves basketball, and I know this because sometimes I'm laying in bed listening to this thumping sound all the time, because all I hear is him shooting, on a mini hoop over and over and over and over. And I'm not talking like just a couple of minutes. Like, he could do this and has probably done it hours at a time, just sitting there watching shows or whatever, and then just shooting. Like, that kid through and through loves basketball. Doesn't matter where we go, doesn't matter what's there. Like, I went to Boise, and they had these mini hoops and regular hoops inside this area, and we didn't bring a ball, but that was the first thing you looked at and you wanted to go play. And of course, it wasn't our destination, but it's always on the brain for him. I know my oldest was kind of a mixture, because he loved all sports except for track. He didn't really like track at all. That's one thing I've been trying to get my youngest to do and to stick with is track, to help himself. Like, when they were doing when they had weight room open, it was really beneficial to him to be able to go there in the mornings for football. Now it's not available to him, but that kind of thing will get him ready for basketball. And that's what I've been trying to do, at least during the summer, even though it wasn't like too extensive or anything like that, but taking him out every single day that I possibly could to go shooting is something every kid needs. Every kid needs that. You can't just do it a couple times a month or a week and say that's good. I'm awesome. Because you might be, but you might not, So it's always best to have as much repetitions as possible. Like, I have a hoop back here, and when weather permits and they don't want to go to the school, which is the thing that's more preferable anyways, they shoot right there. I mean, it's easier to get to, and they don't have to make a plan or anything like that. But that's what I want. I want my kids to do that for themselves as they get older too. It's going to be more apparent to them, but they'll see it. Anyways, I gotta get going. You have a good day and a good weekend.